Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. If you do not see this live button right above here, this little red thing, you are watching me on a replay. So I would appreciate it if you could put replay in the comments below. If you're watching me on my YouTube channel, if you can get you to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications, I would so appreciate it. If you are one of my followers and you're back watching, welcome back. I'm so glad you came back. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad you came in to see what was going on. I hope you stick around. As tonight we are going to do a couple projects. Excuse me. Get myself pulled up here. So we are going to do this little board. We're going to do this new transfer, and it is you are the coffee to my donuts, spring in my step, twinkle in my eyes, the blue in the sky, the milk to my cookies, the cheese to my macaroni, and the beat of my heart. So we're going to do all of this in black with the exception of the little heart down here. We're going to do that in scarlet. Okay, and we are going to do this. These are our double-sided box frames. So one side I had a Christmas. I had painted it red because it was brown. I painted it red and did the Christmas, and then now we're going to do this other thing on this side. This way you're able to have two different sides, so you can change out like at Christmas time, and then the rest of the year you can have saying, or you can put whatever you want on there for that. So you constantly don't have to like put the Christmas thing away. You can just turn it around and have the other side. Okay, and then the other one we're going to do is, it's just a plain old painter's canvas. We're going to use some of our chalk paste and we're going to watercolor it, and then we're going to put the hugs and kisses on it. So, and how do I copy the link? Oh my goodness, I'm just kind of losing my mind here. So, go ahead and get this out. When you get the box, when you get these boxes, it comes in a box like this, and it comes with these little corner protectors. Whenever you order something from me and it comes on something like this, I do the thing, repackage it, and it comes directly in the box like this. We are not going to paint this. We're just going to keep the white side here because the black will show up nicely. Nicely. So I am an independent designer. My name is Vicki, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. Okay, we have these silkscreen transfers. They come in all different sizes. This is our smallest. It is an A size transfer, and it goes up to an E size transfer, which are huge. They are, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time talking tonight. So they are sticky, which means they are reusable over and over and over again. Company says anywhere from 8 to 12 times. I can tell you, it'll be 2 years this coming Monday that I signed up to be a designer. I've been doing it for 2 years. I have my original transfers that I still use. So just depending on how often you use them and how well you take care of them, you can keep them forever. Even after they've lost most of their stickies, because I do have some that there's not a lot of sticky, and you can still kind of feel a little bit of tackiness. But you can use a stencil spray on them, a little light spray, and it'll help keep it held down long enough for you to do your stuff. So still can use them even after the stickiness is gone off. So don't ever throw away any of your transfers. This one's a small one, so I don't have to do any kind of cutting. But like the one we have here, you can see the white lines that separate this. That's where you cut them. A lot of designers cut the backer with it. They'll just cut like this. I don't. I lift the transfer up and I cut the transfer itself. Makes it so much easier to put it back on the whole transfer, or the whole backer, and put it back in this little sleeve that it comes in. And it's so much easier to store. That is how I do it. Depends on how you want to do it, it's how you do it. We use chalk paste. Our chalk paste is water soluble, non-toxic. So you want to keep them hydrated. You want to use distilled water only. If you use any other kind of water, you can contaminate and get maybe mold growing in there. You don't want to do that. We also have ink. So our ink is permanent, and it can be used with our transfers. They're meant to be used with the transfers. Use them on cloth. You can use it on ceramic. You can, anything like that. You don't want to use chalk on anything that you're going to wash. So I've used it on pillowcases before, but those are pillowcases that I know are going to be like on the porch for like the summer, and they're going to stay right there. They're not going to be washed at all. I did little stockings for my stockings were hung at Christmas time. But I'm never going to wash those, so I did the chalk instead of the ink. So we are going to get started. Like I said, we're going to do black. We have a fuzzing towel. You can use any towel. You can use your shirt. You can use your jeans. This is a Chocolate fuzzing towel. All it is terry cloth on one side, microfiber on the other side. Terry cloth we use for fuzzing. And when we fuzz, what it means is, because these are super sticky, and if you put it down on a surface, it can stick and it can possibly pull up. If it's painted, it can pull up the paint. If it's wood, it can pull up some of the wood chips. It can also leave the stickiness on your surface if you're not careful. So what this does is, it just pulls a little bit of the fiber up and it puts it to the back of the stickiness, so it's not so very sticky. When you clean them, you're just going to run them under water. You don't want to use soap or anything on them. You're just going to run them under regular tap water. You're going to use either a board eraser, which is, we have these that are look like little hockey pucks. They're meant to clean off our things, but you can use anything, a paper towel, your hand, a sponge, Mr. Clean Eraser, whatever you happen to have. I find that if you get them under the sink, and I have where you can spray it, like it has like regular spray there, but it has like the hard spray thingy, and that takes the majority of the stuff off if you get it in there right away. Once it's kind of dried on there a little bit, not gonna. So this is wood, and I always wax wood. So. And any kind of finishing paste, this is Minwax. Chocolate sells wax too, but any kind of wood wax is fine. It just puts a little bit more extra coating between the two, the transfer and the surface. I guess I'll use this. This can, I'll tell you, this can right here I bought right after I started, and like I said, been 2 years. You can see how much I've used. Got this at Lowe's for like 10 bucks. Okay, so this is all over the place. This is natural finishing paste. It does have this brownish color, and when you put it on white, it will kind of give it a little tinge of brown. Just know that that's not going to last. As soon as it dries, it'll dry clear. So don't freak out thinking, oh no, I just discolored everything. It's going to dry clear. It'll be fine. I promise. That right back over there. So, and then you can usually feel the difference between how it was to what it is feeling like now, because it's like really smooth. Really smooth. Oh, my nose. I'm just sharing this to a couple little places, a couple groups that I'm in. Okay, I don't want to share too many times because Facebook can get a little wonky. And if you share too many times, they think you're spamming people, and then they put you in Facebook jail. So know that if you do share, be mindful of who you're sharing with. Don't share it to people that don't want that kind of stuff. Don't be posting it to their page. But, you know, share it on your own page. Let people see this wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay. Transfer. Sticky side down. Just kind of push it down in there. So it's going to look like that. And then once you put the chalk paste on it, so where you see the words, where you see all those are a fine mesh net. It's a silk screen. So when we put the paste down and then we pull it up, the paste is going to go through that and it's going to leave this design on this surface. So stick around, watch, be amazed. I've been doing this for 2 years and I'm still amazed. Okay, so we're going to get I want to get both the paste open. So like I said, I'm going to do the red heart down here because I'm going to get to talking, I'm going to forget, and then we're going to have a black heart. Oh, so glad that I've been on here for quite a while now, and Facebook is just now notifying people that I'm on. I love that. Use this little one. Take my glasses off to see what I'm doing up here. Okay. So then the rest will be black. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the business end of this. If you're just needing a sidekick job, something to do, you love to do decor, if you've ever gone to, say, Hobby Lobby, and you've seen the prices of the stuff that they have, just know that you can make the same stuff for a heck of a lot cheaper. You can make the stuff, you can sell it to your friends, you can open an Etsy shop, sell it on there, you can do workshops, you can do, well, this year was a little scarce on them, but craft shows, like I said, at Christmas time they were a little scarce because of COVID. You can run the business many different ways. You don't have to do lives like I'm doing. This is just how I choose to do mine. I love coming on here, and I love it when people come on. I love when we interact. And now I need to figure out how to get this off because I've got it stuck in the corner. There we go. Came out with this lovely little tool this last time. It's a little pokey tool. Love it. Okay, here we go. Be amazed. Okay, lay that right there for right now. Okay, so I have chalk on my hands. It's fine. It's water soluble, so a little water, it'll come right off. Not going to hurt anything. But this is it. So this was a blank sheet, blank palette, whatever. And I put that down, and just within a few minutes, we had this beautiful piece of decor. This would be great for anybody that you wanna, that you know, that are all of these things to you. You can make for your love to put at their office, on their desk, or put it next to their bed. Just a few little things. I'm gonna go ahead and get this a little bit cleaned up here. So anyway, I'm back with the business. With me, if those of you that know me, and some of you that are just coming in, I get sidetracked. I'm like the dog with the squirrel. I'll be talking, and the next thing you know, I'm totally off on subject somewhere, and then I have to backtrack. I try not to do that too much, so I'm going to try to stay on track with the business here. So there are many ways to enjoy Chalk Couture. You can be a customer, and you can go on my website. I would love to be your designer. Would love that. If you have another designer, or you choose to go with another designer, that's perfectly fine too. Chalk Couture is probably one of the best DIY companies out there right now. They just turned 4. They just turned 4 years old. I've been with them for 2 years, so they were 2 years old when I started. They've grown so much. Since I've been with them, we have now expanded into Canada, and we are looking to expand into different countries too. It takes a while for that to get done because of all of the country, depending on the country, all of their laws and stuff about direct sales. So it all comes down to that. It took quite a while to get into Canada because of that too, but we are now there in pretty much, I think, all but one Providence. And honestly, right now, at the top of my head, I can't think of that Providence. But so the majority of Canada, though, is all in. They're all in. So if you're watching me and you're from Canada, you can do this too. So like I said, you can be a customer. Go on my website, purchase the transfers, the squeegees, the paste, anything that you need to do this. And you don't have to. Like I said, you don't have to do them on a chocolate tour surface. Do it on any surface. I'm going to be doing it on a painter's canvas. I got it at a craft store, so we're going to be doing that one. Club Couture. What do I do with it? And of course, I never have it when I need it. The club is, okay, well, this is not the club, but it is this size is what you get. You get a B-size transfer with your club every month. And what it is, it's a subscription box-like thing, and you subscribe to it. It's $19.99 a month. It's free shipping. You get the B-size transfer, and you get 3 packets of paste. Every month is different, and it's exclusive to club members and designers. As a designer, like I am, we get them before the month comes on. You get the order. So when you do an order before the month, it automatically ships with your order. If you don't do an order within the month before, then it'll just ship out and just mail to your house. But you'll get it on the 1st, pretty much like everybody else. So so say you join today. Your next club would be January. So January, I think it's January 5th is the day that the billing goes out. It's $19.99 a month. When you first sign up, you have to commit to 3 months. After the 3 months, you can decide to opt out, or you can continue, or you can, if you like it or love it, is like I do, because 2 years of doing this, and I still am amazed that I can put that on there and with a little bit of paste, and it's perfect. I mean, if you were to buy this at Hobby Lobby, and trust me, you're going to spend a lot more than what I did with the board and some paste in it, transfer. And I can use this transfer over and over and over, and I can make them for my friends. I can use this for years to come for different things. I like that. Think about all the times that you do go to craft stores, or you go to decor stores, and you spend a lot of money, and then you put it up, and then after a while it's like, I don't like that no more, so I'm going to go out and buy some new stuff. With this, most of the transfers, or most of the surfaces, depending on the surface you got, you can just wipe it off and redo it. Chalkboards, glass, ceramic, those kind of things that aren't porous, you can take off. This, if I wanted to switch this out, I would just water this down and wipe it down. Now, granted, it's black, and it's probably going to make the surface, it's not be white anymore. Not a big deal. Because I wipe that off, get as much as I can off, and then I can just paint over it with whatever color I want to paint, and slap some other different transfer on there. What? What? And what other, I mean, with Cricut, you really can't do that, and I'm not going to knock Cricut, because I like Cricut too. But with Cricut, I mean, it's on there, and it's, you know, you really can't peel that up and without damaging the wood and stuff. So just another thing to think about. So, and then also stick with the club here. You also get a flat fee. U.S. is flat fee of $5. So if you, with your club transfer, it's free. You don't pay for the shipping for it to come. But as a member, you can go on my website and you can purchase surfaces or anything else you need, more squeegees or paste. If you want to buy different colors of paste and stuff, you can do that. Anything that you might purchase other than the transfer that you get, it's flat $5 shipping. So it doesn't matter how much you're purchasing, you're just going to be the flat as being that's a perk of being a club. And every month the company has some kind of perk for club members only. Sometimes it's a buy one, get one half price transfer, or 50% off. One time they did 50% off surfaces, so it was like not all surfaces, but the majority of the surfaces were 50% off. Sorry, I need to get a drink of water. I'm talking too much. So every month there's something, but it's strictly just for club members. Even as a designer, I don't get the club member discounts like that. I get my own discount, don't get me wrong. I get as a designer, my discount for that, and I'll go over that in a few minutes. But like the specials that they have for the club members, it's strictly club members. So you'll always know that as a club member, the transfer you get isn't available for just anybody to purchase off a website. It is strictly for club members only and designers. So I am going to put this away while I talk about becoming a designer like me. So if that is something you are interested in, you've been thinking about it, you've been watching, you've been thinking about it, or you're just now coming on and it's the first time you've seen it and you're amazed, you may want to watch a few more videos to see, because even when I started, I watched for about 3 months of videos doing this, and then I had decided the month before I started to do this, but we had went to Hawaii, and then it was Christmas time, and I wanted to wait till after the holidays, so that's why on the 4th of January I joined. And it has been amazing, and I started out as just a hobbyist, is what they call them. So you get it and you're just doing it to make decor for your house or for your friends as to gifts. And then I started posting them on my page, on my Facebook page, and people are like, oh, that's cool, can you make me one? So it is blossomed into a business. So I have my day job. I have an actual day job Monday through Friday that I go to every day. This is my sidekick, but it keeps me extremely busy. I have some awesome customers. They keep me busy. They keep me wanting to do my lives. So to become a designer, it's $99 for the kit. You get $250 worth of merchandise in the kit. You get 5 pastes, you get 6 or 7 transfers, you get an apron. It's a black apron that has the Chocator logo on it. You get, obviously, you get little thank you cards that come in there, so you can send them to customers if you're doing it that way. It gives you has a folder in there too that talks about the business and tells you what, how you can do money and things like that. Gives you all that information. That is on my website. You can go on there. I haven't posted my website in the descriptions, but if you tap my nose, it'll say Color Your World. You can head on over there, hit shop. It should take you to my website. And on my website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, it has a thing where join or designer, and you just click on that, and it gives you all the information and gives you pictures to look at, videos to look at. So just an option to do. You do not have to, like I said, don't have to do lives. I just do that because I like doing them. This is how I run my business. I do the videos, and then I post my stuff, and I show people how awesome the stuff is. Like I said, silk screens, and you can use them over and over. They are sticky. You just clean them off with water. Where's my thing? I put that on. Do not use soap on them. Soap is not really good for them. It won't really hurt them, but it can start to break down the adhesive back here. So, and I have no idea what I did with my, oh, there it is. This is the backer. This is what they come with. One side's dull, and the other side is shiny. I don't know if you can kind of see how, there it goes. You can see that shininess? The shiny is what you want to stick the stickiness to. You stick it to the other side, you may have to soak it in water for a while to get that off of the back. So, we are going to go on to our next project. Oh, and as a designer, you get 40% off at everything. So you get your back office. It's $19.99 a month, every month, and that covers your website that you have, and they maintain it all. You don't have to update it. You don't do anything. Everything is done for you. Just enjoy it. Then you go in your back office from your website, and and that's where you can get all your stuff for 40% off. So Anybody that buys off of your website directly, you get 25% off. You get 25% of that and commission, and then you get 40% in your back office. So, I mean, there are some customers that will say, I don't like using my credit card or my debit card online. So you can order it for them at your 40% off, but charge them retail, because that's what they need to be paying, because they're the customer. So that's how you're going to make 40% commission. Every $200 in sales, you get $20. It's called designer dollars. On the 15th of every month, you get designer dollars. So for every $200 that is spent or bought off of the website, you get $20 to spend. Completely, they give you $20 to just spend in your back office. And wow, just like that out of my mind. Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. You just fly out of your head. I'll think about it. I had something I was going to say, and boom. So basically what I'm going to do here is I am going to take our chalk paste that we have. I have a lavender. I have this one. I love this one. I hope they bring this color back. It is grape soda. I love that purple. This one is coral, and then this one is pink grapefruit. So we're just going to use these pastel-y, fun Valentine colors, and we're going to water them down, and we're going to use them as like a watercolor to do our background, and then we're going to do our hugs and kisses in black over the top of it. So, and like I said, this is just a painter's canvas, no big deal. Where's my water? There we go. So, we have these little trays. These are perfect when you're doing workshops. Sorry. When you're doing workshops and you have a lot of people and that haven't had to do one of those in a very long time, because you can't have a lot of people around each other anymore. And when that changes. So this is just easier. So a lot of times, if it's a small group, I just buy we have little packets of paste, and then I'll just give each person the packet, because it basically, whatever we're doing is just going to take the one packet. It's fine. But when I have a large group, I'll bring my jars, and then each one will get one of these, and then they can put whatever color they're using, like a little bit here, a little bit here, like a palette almost. But tonight we're using them as our watercolor. They're just plastic, really thin plastic. Rinse them off, they're fine. So, put a little bit of that in there. A little bit of my purple. And then we'll just spray them down with some water. And that just waters them down like a watercolor. Easy peasy. And I am using distilled water, always. And these things are on my website too. You don't have to buy these either. They're just like little stir paddle thingies. I don't know what I did with I lost myself. Right. You should not have to spray down with water all the time. This should come creamy. It should, but right now they're having an issue with their paste, and I'll tell you why. When they first started, it was a smaller company. They had the paste formula, and then in the last 4 years that they've been doing, we have expanded, and we have so many new designers that they've had to mass produce these these pastes. And somewhere along the way, the formula got mixed up. And right now they are in working with chemists and stuff to get our paste back to that exact creamy. So it is water soluble, so it will dry out. You will have to add water, and the only reason I'm adding water now is because I'm making it into a watercolor instead of just a paste. So that's the only reason I'm adding water here in these. Because I want it to be really watered down to smoothly go across here. So yes, it will be nice when they finally get the paste to the right consistency. That's what happens when you're a new company. I mean, it's hard when you're doing that. And I think I'm missing I forgot one. I can't count. That's a little much. Okay, so I'm just going to use foam brushes. Okay. I already got pink up here, so I guess I'll use pink. I splattered it all over. Just going to run that across there. No, it's no rhyme or reason. It's just going to be streaks of different colors. And I'm kind of going to go on the side so it doesn't, kind of blend in there too. And then these are foam brushes, so they'll just rinse out. Just rinse them out under the water. What's going on? This one's got a scratchy. Can you hear it? It's like awful. Noisy. Wider one for our purple, our lavender. Lavender is kind of light. I'm getting paste everywhere. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask or send me a message and I'll be happy to let you know. So let's go back to this color. Oh, this purple. Love it. I want them to bring it back. I'm not going to buy these sponges from where I bought them for last time. I don't like them. It's like there's a metal piece in there that keeps scratching the... That's what I get for going cheap, huh? Okay. Dry this a little bit. Little bit. This is just a embossing heat gun, so you want to try to be careful and not to get it too close to your surfaces, your transfers. It will melt your transfer, so. I've never melted one, but I've had other designers say she did one time. She didn't realize that when she was drying her thingy that the transfer was too close, and so I learned from her mistake. So this is our palette. And I took, this wisteria, which is the lavender. It was way too light. It didn't really show up. So just kind of blended in a little bit of the grape soda and a little bit of the coral in it to give it more of a darker look. So let's put some of this stuff away. I'm just going to stack these, put these away. I will rinse those out later. Looks like I made a big old mess here. So I just want to, I'm going to close these up because they are water soluble. And with the air, it will dry them out. Okay. So it's all nice and dry now. And we are going to put on our hugs and kisses. Hey Petra, how you doing? Okay. So again, silkscreen transfers. Where you see the design, where you say it says hugs and kisses, those are the silkscreen little mesh area. And we are going to cut this, but I never cut some customers, ooh, some designers cut the backing. I don't. I just cut the transfer itself so I can keep the backing together, so I can put it back in the little sleeve that it came in, which makes it much easier to store, for me anyway. When I first started 2 years ago, I cut all the backing on the thing, and I would have to get these little Ziploc bags, put them in there, and write on the back to which one it goes to, so in case they got separated. And then this way they don't get separated because they're all together on the same backer. That's just how I do it. So everybody has their own way of doing it. Okay. Again, I am going to fuzz to get some of that stickiness off of the back so it doesn't stick too hard to the... I don't have to pull up the paint or any of that. Told you. See how sticky they are? When you first get them, they are so very sticky. But you just put a little fuzz on there and you're fine. And I still can't remember what it was I was going to tell you guys earlier. And then I go and do this. Okay, this. If this happens to you, I have managed to fold it over and it's stuck to itself. Get my fingers off of here now. Don't pull too hard. It should come off because I've put some fuzzing on it. If it's sticking and it doesn't want to come off, then you're going to have to run it under warm water and slowly pull it apart. Really sticky. There we go. Because if you pull too hard, then you can stretch the silk screen that's in there, and then it's going to be distorted, and you won't get that crisp design that you're looking for. So. The other thing with the company though is if you do something like that and you're pulling it and it gets destroyed, they'll replace it. I think they'll charge you like the shipping to get it here, but that's about it. And then, or if it's something that is a defect in the, like, sometimes you'll get it and there'll be a defect. Sometimes I had one that had where the where the teal color is, it had little pinholes in it. So when I did an ink on my shirt, I had all these little pinhole colors all over. And that was a defect in the transfer. And they replaced it for free. I just called, sent them pictures, explained to them what's going on. And they are so good. Their customer service is so awesome. They don't question, oh, well, are you sure you did it, that you didn't do it? They're nothing like that. And they take you at your word, and it's an honor system type thing, and you just send them pictures of what happened, and they'll hook you up. They'll get you taken care of. Gotta make sure that that's set up there. It's gonna be kind of hard because my lines are not straight. And then you're feeling around for, because I fuzzed it, and sometimes there's, well, I don't have animals, but I know if you have animals, you can get dog hair and cat hair all over it. I have little fuzzies, and I get little, I don't know where they come from. They're like, I think it's from my raffia and stuff. When I use it, I think it gets stuck to the towel, and then when I fuzz it, it kind of gets on the back there. So you just want to make sure that there's nothing obstructing the silk screen itself. If it's in the teal area where I have one right there, that's the teal area, and that's not going to bother it. If it was any further over, it might cause it to leak. We're good. So, oh, I might do, if I can find the gold. There it is. So, what I think I'll do is Hugs and Kisses in black. I'm going to do the outline maybe in the gold shimmer, and then the scarlet again for the heart. I am going to do a chalk and peel, and what that is I'm going to chalk an area, I'm going to pull it up, because by the time I do all three of these colors and I leave it on there with it being a water-based item, the air will dry it out, and if it dries on top and I go to pull it up, it's not going to pull through, it's just going to lay on top and pull up with the transfer, and it's not going to leave the design on there, and you're not going to be happy. So get these open. This is gold shimmer. It's a thicker paste, and it's got mega ultra fine shimmery, I don't know if it's glitter or what, but it's really shimmery. There it is, powdery. It's powdery. Okay, what do I do with my... Awesome. Oh, and another thing, let's get with that program here. Just make it worse. This is a canvas, so when you do it, it kind of goes down because there's nothing on the back to support it. So if you're chalking and you do that, sometimes the transfer can kind of come a little bit away from the canvas, and that can cause it to have leakage. So I usually put a towel right up underneath there, and all that does is it gives it just that much more firmness to deal with. So there's my, so get that ready for that, and then black. So, I need a new cord for my glasses because the little rubber things are all stretched out, and then my glasses kind of like want to fall. Hi, Christina. So we're going to go ahead and get that off there. We're going to start with the Hugs and Kisses to stop and at the top, oh my gosh, and then pull that up. So when you're doing a larger area, you want to do the chalk and peel, simply because you don't want it to dry inside those silk screens. And the thicker your paste, the quicker it is going to dry. You kind of want it to be at a cake batter consistency. Now I'm just going to scrape off the excess, put that extra paste back in the jar. Make sure you don't have anything on your fingies. And I'm just going to pull up the area that I did. And then I'm just going to very lightly lay that back down. Push down in the area that you haven't done yet. Don't push down in that area because you can smudge it because it's still drying. I'm going to do my little heart. This color is Scarlet. Oh, get off there. Like that, and then I'm going to do gold on the sides. Put that back in the jar. Excuse me, kind of rude. And then we're going to finish our kisses off here. I'm just going to scrape off the excess and move it around to the other area. Make sure you get it inside all of the silk screen. Okay, now I do have black on my, I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to very slowly lift it up, because that way if I did miss something, then I can lay it back down really quick and fix it. I think we're good. Okay, so far we have hugs and kisses. I'm gonna do X's and O's. Should we do the X's and O in black, or should we do it in the gold shimmer? What do you think? Hi, Christine. I think maybe the gold shimmer. You see your X's and O's. I'm determined to stick my hand in that black paste. Okay, how about some lips? How about some lips? There's some red shimmer in here somewhere. It's some crimson shimmer. Did I manage that? I have, you can't see it, but I have gold shimmer all over my hands. I don't know. I have no idea. lips. And we got the, now I'm never gonna get this, it's backwards from where I wanna go. Okay, so this was my projects for the night was we did this box frame. It's one I had done earlier in the year. I painted it and did Christmas and brought it back today, and on the back side we did the you are the coffee to my donuts, spring in my step, twinkle in my eye, blue in my sky, the milk to my cookies, the cheese to my macaroni, and the beat of my heart. Love this. Think I'll take it and put it in my bedroom. Then we took this plain white canvas and we took different colors of chalk paste and we watered them down to make a watercolor, and did our little watercolor scheme here, dried it, and then put this on there. Okay guys, that was it for tonight. I gotta get this cleaned up. I'm going to work tomorrow and then I have Friday off. Woo. So I will talk to you guys not tomorrow night, because it'll be New Year's, and then New Year's Day. Probably not till next week. Sorry. So we will do more fun Valentine's and spring stuff. Maybe we'll ink a hat or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Have a good night. God bless. Bye.